I was traveling with my girlfriend for a short break. Nothing fancy, just a few days away from work. We checked into a small hotel late in the evening, the kind of place that looks normal, but a little outdated. At the front desk, the waiter made me uncomfortable right away. Not because he was rude, he was too polite. He spoke softly, but every sentence came with a pause, like he was choosing his words carefully. When he handed me the key card, he looked at it first, then at me, and repeated the room number slowly. I remember thinking it was strange, because the number was already written on the card sleeve. My girlfriend noticed it too. Once we were in the room, she said, "Did that guy seem off to you?" I said yes, but didn't think much of it. That night, we went to sleep early. Sometime after midnight, I woke up to music. Not loud, just a soft melody. It sounded like it was coming from somewhere down the hallway. At first, I thought it was another guest. The tune repeated itself, just a few notes, over and over. I checked the time, 12:40 a.m. I listened for a while, then it stopped. The next day felt shorter than it should have. We went out in the morning, walked around, had lunch, came back to the hotel. By the time we showered and rested, it already felt late. That night, the music came back. Same tune, but slower, more stretched out. My girlfriend sat up in bed and asked if I heard it too. When I opened the door to the hallway, the music stopped instantly, like someone had muted it. The corridor was empty, too quiet. I closed the door and locked it. I checked the time again. It was barely past 11 p.m. It felt much later. That's when I noticed something else. The waiter was standing at the end of the hallway, just standing there. When he saw me, he smiled politely and nodded. He didn't say anything. The third night was worse. We both felt exhausted, even though we hadn't done much that day. The hours felt wrong. Dinner felt rushed. The sky outside darkened too fast. Back in the room, the music started again. This time, it sounded closer, like it was coming from the floor above us, the same few notes. My girlfriend turned the TV on to drown it out. It helped, but only barely. At some point, I looked at my phone and realized over an hour had passed without either of us noticing. Neither of us remembered what we'd been talking about. That night, I dreamed I was awake. I could hear the music, but I couldn't move. When I woke up, my girlfriend was already sitting up, staring at the door. She said she thought someone had knocked. There was nothing outside. The fourth evening, we came back to the hotel earlier than usual. As we walked down the hallway, the waiter passed us. He slowed down when he saw us, then said, "Did you sleep well?" The way he asked felt rehearsed, like he'd said it many times already. That night, the music didn't start right away. Instead, the room felt heavy, quiet in a way that made my ears ring. Time dragged, then jumped. At one point, my phone said 10:15 p.m. The next time I checked, it was after midnight. Neither of us remembered falling asleep. That's when the music started again. Louder than before. Clearer. My girlfriend stood up and said she needed some air. She stepped toward the window, then froze. She was holding her phone, talking. I asked who she was calling. She didn't answer. I stepped closer and heard her voice shaking as she said, "Did we pack everything?" I asked again who she was talking to. Slowly, she turned the phone toward me. It was a video call. On the screen was my face. Same angle, same clothes. The person on the screen spoke calmly. "Don't forget the charger." My girlfriend dropped the phone. The call ended. Neither of us screamed. We just stood there. Then I started packing. I didn't say anything. Neither did she. We shoved everything into our bags. Clothes, shoes, chargers, anything we could grab. We didn't check out. We didn't talk to the staff. We walked straight out of the hotel and didn't stop until we reached the car. We drove all night. Neither of us played music, neither of us spoke. When we finally got home, it was almost morning. We unpacked in silence. To this day, my girlfriend won't talk about that night. And I don't stay in hotels anymore, because sometimes, when I wake up in unfamiliar places, I still hear that tune, just a few notes, repeating.